Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in this crazy world we're living in. Now, this live that I'm doing today is a little bit of an experiment. So I don't know what sort of new year you're having so far, but I have to say mine is not going well so far. Not going well at all. One disaster after another. Anyway, not as bad as a lot of people's. So I'm not complaining because, well, it makes no difference, does it, complaining? But the big thing that happened this morning. So last night I went to bed. I tried. Sorry, I'm going to waffle a little bit. Tried a bit of a reset. Listened to some sort of mindfulness videos. Woke up this morning feeling like a new person, thinking, no, I'm going to be positive. Something I want to say before I carry on. Somebody last night sent me to Tog's whining. I have no idea why. Somebody last night sent me, I'm not sure if it was a Ko-fi or a PayPal, but sent me, I wanted to say thank you, Tina, for that, because that helped put me in a better mood this morning as well, because honestly, yesterday I was sort of thinking, oh, I'm going to throw the towel in with all this. Anyway, it's a bit of a long story. So I got up this morning feeling like a new person. As I say, thank you so much, Tina, for that. That helped. I thought, oh, I'm manifesting positivity, like you try and do sometimes. I got up this morning, turned on my computer, blue screen of death on my computer. So I am doing this live on my laptop. My computer has given up the ghost, literally. Just won't do anything. I don't know if I've lost everything that was on it, if it's ever going to come back, if I've got to get somebody out to look at it. When I Googled it, it was saying I needed to replace the hard drive and this, that, and the other. It was just like, oh my God. Anyway, luckily, I have a laptop, but the laptop is much slower than the computer. So I don't know. I want you to let me know how this live is coming over. Is the streaming okay, or is it slow? Let me know how it's coming over. I don't know because although I've got everything on the laptop that I've got on the computer in a way, but it's all smaller, so I'm having to, and it's in different places. I'm having to get used to where different things are, and anyway, I've managed to set up a live. I've also managed to, I have recorded a video this morning that I'm going to release at some point that I've been wanting to do for ages. I've got to edit it yet and put it out. I don't know how that's turned out really. I'll find out, I suppose. So yeah, just one of those technological disasters. A disaster, darling, a complete disaster this morning. And I'm just thinking, oh God, have I lost everything that's on that computer? Because, just so many documents and things like that. But hey ho, there's a lot worse things going on in the world, aren't there? A lot of people have faced a much worse New Year, including, the poor people in the Switzerland fire and things like that. So I'm trying not to get upset about a computer. Maybe it's a sign that I should just stay off the computer. Sometimes I feel like just binning the computer anyway. Do you? Like when you're doing a bit of doom scrolling, I'm seriously thinking of coming off X altogether because there's nothing good pops up on there. And it's all this Donald Trump, this, that, and the other. I'm just sick of it, all of it. It's not good for your mental health, is it? Anyway, of course, true crime, maybe you could argue, is not good for your mental health either. But then I do see a purpose to true crime. I think, there's a reason that we need to talk about these victims. They need to be talked about, especially like the case we're going to talk about today, which is literally just happened and as so far is completely unsolved. Unsolved cases need to be talked about, don't they? So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. But first of all, I just want to say thank you to everyone. I say thank you to Tina for that recent contribution to my channel. Thank you. I appreciate it more than you even realise that you could realise. But thanks to everybody who watches, likes, who subscribed, who shared the videos, who cares about the victims that I talk about. Special thank you to my members. Special thank you to those of you who've sent bought Ko-fis or sent super stickers or PayPal me or sent me a nice email. So the person that was thanking for the contribution, they also sent me sent me an email about this case. I had seen the case, but they highlighted my attention to it, and I thought, yeah, that needs to be talked about. Um, I have a feeling that it might be solved quite quickly. This case may be solved quite quickly. I don't know for sure, but I have a theory already. But it's only a theory. So let's see what happens. So this is this, look, seemingly happy couple, a dentist and his wife, um, murdered, it seems, in front of their children. So let's have a look at the article. So don't forget to let me know, how is this coming over to you? Is it slow? Because if you missed what I was saying earlier, my computer died this morning, so I'm on my laptop. But the problem is that I have like a special thing that I plug directly into my computer that makes the internet faster, and it won't fit into my laptop. So I'll have to get a special one for the laptop. So it may be coming over slow. I'm not sure. Anyway, you'll let me know. Okay, where am I? Yeah. So, oh, it's just a little bit awkward because I can hear myself in the background. I need to turn the sound down on that. Yeah, everything's a little bit slower. Everything's a little bit slower and it's in a different place than it normally is. So I'm sorry, you'll have to bear with me. Hope it's not coming over terribly. Maybe it is, and then I might have to not be able to do lives for a little while till I get sorted. So to test this. So yeah, frantic 911 calls reveal the children of a slain dentist and wife were crying inside the home before the couple's bodies were found. So somebody's walked into these poor people's homes and murdered them. Well, they did not kill the children, but they've orphaned the children. I mean, it's a terrible case, isn't it? Spencer Tepe and his wife Monique, a dentist and his wife. What is going on? What is this about? So apparently, Spencer is 37, Monique is 39, and they were found dead by police responding to requests for a welfare check after Spencer did not show up for work. And the couple's young children were inside the residence with the deceased bodies before they were rescued. And as of when this video goes out on the 4th of January, authorities have not identified any suspect in this case. So, a beloved Ohio couple found dead inside their home were fatally shot with their two children also in the house. So, this is in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio. Let's have a look where Columbus, for those of you like me who aren't brilliant with geography, especially not maybe American geography, let's have a look where Columbus, Ohio is. Let's just have a quick look. So slow as well, this laptop in comparison to the computer. It's going to drive me absolutely bonkers. Or maybe I'll get used to it. Well, I'll have to get used to it. Can't be, it just definitely won't be buying a new computer. I haven't got any money for a new computer in the new year. So Columbus. Where is? I just want to see. Where is Ohio? Oh, do you know? Really? It's just like. Well, I can see that's Columbus. I want to see where Ohio is. Let's, let's have a look. I want to have a look where Ohio is in comparison to America. And there we are. So we've been to Maryland for cases, haven't we? With Rachel, Marin, Washington, etc. Because I think that's where Travis Decker. There's Chicago, I think we know. So yeah, there you go. There's where Ohio is, near Pennsylvania. Not that far from New York, actually, is it? And Columbus. Oh, I wasn't sharing it. Hang on, share it. There we are, near Cincinnati. We look at the map of the United States. There's Ohio. And then if we look at Columbus, it seems to be right in the center of Ohio. Okay. Right, let's go back to the article now. I'll just come in, make sure you're all okay. Hey Daniel, happy Sunday. Yeah, maybe you'll let me know. Is this stream really slow? I was just saying my computer's giving up the ghost, so I'm on the laptop. I don't know if it's slow, if it's streaming okay or not, but let me know if you don't mind. Thank you. So, yeah, now a beloved Ohio couple were found dead inside their home, fatally shot, with their 2 children also in the house, young children, and the children were reportedly heard crying by those who came to check on the couple. So Spencer, 37, and his wife Monique, 39, were found with gunshot wounds inside their Columbus, Ohio home on Tuesday, December the 30th. Oh my God. So literally, just before New Year, just after Christmas, just before the New Year, what has happened here? I mean, it's almost like an assassination. But, to kill both of them like that, why would they kill both of them? And then luckily they've left the children alive. But, it's a very odd thing, isn't it? So apparently police responding to requests for a welfare check, found their bodies and officials pronounced them both deceased at the scene, the report states. And the couple's 2 young children were also inside the residence and were physically unharmed. Emergency calls made by the couple's friend and Spencer's co-worker reveal the distressing circumstances surrounding the discovery of their bodies. Now, Dr. Mark Valrose, who owns the dentistry practice where Spencer worked, told 911 he was worried when Spencer, whose punctuality, did not turn up for work. I don't know how else to say this, but we are very, very concerned. This is very out of character for him, Valrose told dispatchers. Yeah, I mean, some people might turn up late for work and people think, oh, they're late again. Some people are often late, aren't they? And then other people are just never late. They're really reliable, and almost immediately that would have rang alarm bells, wouldn't it? And then, of course, hi, David. He is what's the word? I'm on the wrong one. Hang on, I haven't changed over again. He owns the dentistry practice where Spencer worked. And now he'll be under intense scrutiny by the police because quite often the person who rings up to report a problem is the person who's caused the problem. Now, I'm not saying that's what's happened in this case, but it would definitely be something that the police will be looking into. And then he said, we can't get in touch with his wife, which is probably the most concerning thing. So yeah, when you can't get hold of either of them. Several of Spencer's co-workers then arrived at the Tepe residence to check on the family. In a 911 call cited by CNN, Spencer's friend can be heard telling dispatchers, or I might be able to find that 911 call, that they could hear the couple's children crying inside the house. I can hear kids inside, and I think I heard one yell, the caller said, per the dispatch audio cited by the outlet, but we can't get in. Minutes later, in another 911 call, a distressed man told police, there's a body. In one emergency call cited by WSYZX, a caller told the police they could see his body near a bed in the home. Gosh. I mean, how did they get in the house? Unless it's like a murder-suicide or something. Is that a possibility? Is that a possibility that one of this couple shot the other one and then themselves and left the children alive? That's always a possibility, isn't it, I suppose? Spencer and Monique, this is going to be one of them, isn't it? We're a beloved couple in the community. Be one of those neighbours where nothing like this ever happens here. Athens Dental Spot, where Spencer worked, issued a statement on Thursday, January the 1st, announcing the killings and said their practice will be closed for the rest of the week. Have we got that statement? Let's have a look. So slow, this laptop's driving me mental. I don't know what hopefully I can find. I can get something eventually. Speed up the internet on here. As I say, the one I had for laptop, so I need a new one. Long, I think, to load. Oh, Happy New Year. Oh, here we go. So this is their post that they issued. Should be able to share this with you. Sudden passing of our dear colleague and friend, Dr. Spencer Tepe, as well as his wife, Monique. He will be deeply missed by our team and the many patients cared for over the years. Our thoughts and sincerest condolences are with their families and loved ones during this very difficult time. Our practice will be closed for the remainder of the week. If you have an urgent dental concern, please as soon as possible. We will assess our availability for next week's appointments and be in touch shortly. We ask for your continued patience, support and privacy as our team mourns these terrible losses with gratitude. Yeah, so Dr. Mark Valrose and the Dental Depot team. Now, they haven't actually confirmed it's a homicide yet, so it could be a murder-suicide. How tragic. Whatever it is, it's so tragic because there's children here that have been left orphaned, and for it to happen over the holiday period. But, as we've discussed many times, a lot of things happen over the holiday periods because holiday periods, Christmas, New Year, any big occasion can sometimes bring tensions to the fore, can't it? And, I'm starting to think now, is this a case of murder-suicide? But why? It's terrible, isn't it? So apparently in a Facebook post, Spencer's brother-in-law expressed his shock at the couple's tragic deaths My brother and sister were the best of the best. Rob Misley wrote, just can't believe that somebody would do this. Love you, Spence and Mo. In a statement Misley shared with People, the deceased couple's family said they're devastated by the deaths. I bet they are, my God. Spencer was deeply committed to serving others. It continued. Oh, sorry. Monique was a loving, patient, and joyful mother, and a thoughtful planner whose warmth defined her. The statement read. Spencer was deeply committed to serving others. It continued, adding that the couple was in a deeply happy marriage, enjoyed travelling, and were building a life rooted in love. But it does say it's suspected murder. Oh, look at that photo of them. Now, we know you can't go by photos. Social media means absolutely nothing, does it? They look all happy. And I'm not saying they weren't, but what I'm saying is just because there's lovely photos of them on social media does not necessarily mean um, that they are, a happy couple, but everybody's saying they are. And here it is saying that the killings are being investigated as homicides. But as of Friday, January the 2nd, we're now on Sunday, January the 4th, authorities have not identified any suspects or shared a motive behind the killings or said if the couple were targeted. And the Columbus Division of Police did not immediately respond to people's requests for further information. Now, what is important that, on the off chance that anybody is watching who does have any information, I have people that watch from all over the world, so it's very possible somebody might be watching from that area. Contact the Columbus Police Homicide Unit, and there's the phone number, or Central Ohio Crime Stoppers. Gosh, what terrible. It is. You just think, God, the news since Christmas, New Year. Honestly, I seriously am considering coming off social media in the sense of X and Twitter, and it's just so depressing, But of course, these victims do need to be talked about, and these people, whoever's committed this horrible act, needs to be caught. So you sort of this is the sort of dichotomy I always have in my head. I sort of go between why am I doing this to I'm glad I'm doing this. And as I say, when people send me nice emails, leave nice comments, buy me coffees and things like that, because when people do that, they normally leave a lovely comment like "thank you for the." That makes me think, yes, this is why I'm doing it. This is why I'm doing it. Because there is so much evil in the world, isn't there? There's a lot of there's so much good in the world. There is good in the world. But when you hear of something like this, and you just think, gosh, if somebody has done this to this couple, if they are homicides, both of them, what a horrible, foul thing to do, especially, knowing that they've got young children. What's wrong with people? Why well, it'd be to do with money or love, won't it? That's what these things are normally to do with. There'd be some financial reason, or there'd be a love reason. That's that statement. Now, I was going to see if I could find the 911 call. Let's see. Let's have a look at this. Listen in. Why can't people just be nice to each other? Sorry, it's taking a while. If you missed when I was explaining, my computer has died and I'm on laptop and it's going slow, unfortunately. It's supposed to be. The audio call, I might not be able to find it. I might have to look it up for the next video. Let's see. Hey, young couple. Right, we read the story. It was the 911 call, really. Oh, will it come up now? Yeah, I'm looking for the 911 call. Don't seem to. Let's see if I can hear the. Oh, they have released the audio. I'm just trying to find it. Well, I found it. But, oh, hang on a minute. Sorry, it's so slow. Oh, now it does seem if he was shot multiple times, does that mean that the anger was mainly directed towards him? As she was shot once in the chest, I think she said. Well, let's just have another look. So that suggests that perhaps it's not murder suicide, then, doesn't it? Just a month away from their 5-year anniversary. How terribly sad, you know. there they are, all happy, not knowing what was going to happen to them in a couple of years. It's a good job we don't know what's going to happen to us, really, isn't it? And then obviously they've had children, and the children were there in the house. Well, thank God the children were spared, but as I say, they were spared, but they were orphaned. I mean, it's a terrible thing for them to have to grow up with, isn't it? Not having a mother or a father, and not only that, the fact that the brutal way that their parents have been taken from this planet, and maybe even the children saw what happened. You know, that's a possibility, isn't it? May have been somebody in a mask or whatever, and as they thank God they did spare the children. Um, but goodness me, you know, just how traumatic for those children, even though they've survived this. So, you know, it sounds like, oh, don't forget if you, because there's a few more of you watching now, don't forget, let me know, how is the stream? How is uh, is it like faltering? You know, because for those of you who might have missed it at the beginning, my computer I got the blue screen of death this morning, so I'm having to use the laptop, which at least, you know, this is a bit of a test sort of live. I don't know if I'll be able to do lives on this laptop, because the way I normally speed the stream up, the cable that I have that plugs into the computer, it won't go into the laptop. So until I manage to get one for the laptop, it's going to be slow. Uh, just anyway, as I say, you know, getting the blue screen of death just into the new year, when you use your computer for everything to do with work, because I use it for my classes, of course, as well, for my Spanish classes, as well as YouTubing and stuff, is a bit of a disaster. But do you know what? There's people having worse New Years out there, like this family, this poor family. So, yeah, what do you think? So it's like, if this is like an assassination, to me, if he had multiple wounds, but the wife only had one wound, that would suggest that the main anger, if you like, or the main focus here was him. And the wife is almost a collateral damage, isn't it? She's like, she got shot in because she was there. I don't know, but who would turn up at their house first thing in the morning? Presuming it happened first thing in the morning before he went to work. You know, I do think this is a case that's going to get solved. Perhaps it's not helpful to speculate at the moment, really. But anyway, just so very sad. I mean, my heart goes out to this family. So, yeah, what do you think of it? Let me know, of course, in comments. I will follow this case as it carries on, along with the other cases, of course, that we're following into the new year. I just want to talk a little bit about the cases that we'll be following into the new year. Of course, Gus Lamont, see if there's any developments as time goes on. In 2026, we will finally see the trial of Patrick Stevenson in April, I think it's going to be, which is about 4 months away. So we will be covering that, obviously, with hopes and prayers that maybe Samantha is found before that, or maybe he relents and says where she is, if he's guilty, of course, allegedly. The Jack and Lily Sullivan case that we're following. So there's quite a few cases that we've been following last year, and we're going to go into 2026 still talking about Anna Kepner, the cruise ship murder, of course, and Celeste Rivas, hoping for an arrest soon in that case. So, that's quite a few cases that we're already covering and will continue covering into 2026. Hopefully, as long as I can stream one way or another. I may have to do live streams less often if the streaming is not working out because, of my computer. Can you believe that? I got up this morning, I had a plan of everything that I was going to do today. And this other video that I've prepared that will be releasing at some point, maybe later on today, as a premiere, about an unsolved case. Been wanting to finish off that video for so long, been preparing it for so long. Got up this morning, thought, right, definitely that's my project for today. And then my computer blue screen of death. So there you go, the best laid plans of mice and men, isn't it? Is that the expression? Just like, oh, so all right, plan B then. Let's what's happening now. Anyway, yeah, my book is full. That's right. Sometimes I just think you can be, I am anyway, sometimes guilty of trying to do too much and shouldn't do that. So, because, you can't. And then I put pressure on myself and then I get a bit burnt out with everything and a bit sort of, what's the word? I get upset really about all the cases and feel down. So, yes, I've got to. Is one of my New Year's resolutions to try not to do so much because, of course, as well, I have to work and do my Spanish classes, etc. So, there's only so many hours in the day, isn't there? And you have to be kind to yourself, don't you? Not try to do too much because you can literally put too much pressure on yourself. And I do think that's something that I do. When I listened to this brilliant podcast last night, as I was dropping off to sleep, I felt so good this morning. Well, thank God that I did listen to that, and I did feel so good this morning when I got up. Because I'll tell you what, if I'd have got up yesterday morning and I would have had the blue screen of death on the computer, I don't know what I would have done. I think the computer would have gone through the window or something because I wasn't in a good headspace yesterday at all. So, we have our good days, our bad days. So luckily, because I did feel quite good when I got up, I sort of took it in my stride a little bit because at the end of the day, what can you do? What can I do? My computer's doing that as conked out. Me getting angry, getting upset, or any of those things isn't going to bring it back to life, is it? It's just the worst time of the year, isn't it? January, for things like that, where suddenly you've got expense that you weren't expecting, But these are just financial things. Some things can't be made better with money, can they? Or, there's been, and of course, the other case that I'm going to be following is the Rob Rayner and Michelle Rayner case and Nick, their son. So that's another one. And that always it just makes me think there's been a few cases like that lately. So, there's poor Rob and Michelle trying to do their best for their son with all the resources that they had at their disposal, money, no object. And it didn't save their son and it didn't save them, So, although money does make things easy, I mean, let's not beat around the bush. If I had the money that the Rainers have got, I'd just go out and buy a new computer, But it still doesn't help with things, that they threw all the money they could at helping their son, and it didn't work, did it? So, and even to not only he's lost now because, he'll probably never see the light of day again. He'll either be in a mental institution or in a prison, maybe for the rest of his life. Then then the Rainers themselves have paid that ultimate sacrifice just for trying to protect their son. And then, of course, Tommy Lee Jones's daughter recently was found deceased, thought to be a drug overdose. So another child of a famous actor, with everything, I think would have been given everything and have every opportunity in life, and sadly deceased at 34. The daughter of Tommy Lee Jones from Men in Black, etc. So it's very sad, very sad. I am skint, David. I don't know why you don't believe I'm skint, but I am. But anyway, never mind. Probably not as skint as some people out there. Anyway. So let's hope for some answers in this case. Does seem like, because of the amount of bullets, the amount of shots that went to the man, it does seem, doesn't it, that he was the main target, because for him to have multiple gunshots and for his wife only to have one gunshot makes you wonder, did she walk in? Did she start causing a fuss? Was he the main target? It's hard to think that she was the main target if she was only shot once. It may be buffering, Moonbeam. It may be buffering. As I say, as I've been saying, my computer's broken. I'm on a laptop. I won't be buying anything this month whatsoever. I won't be buying a new laptop anyway. I don't know if I bought anything. It would be a computer eventually, but that computer actually, it's done quite well because it was a reconditioned computer. I've had it maybe 3 years, so I suppose that's quite good, for the price that I paid for it. I'm just not very good with technological things. They always break. I think I give off some sort of energy or whatever. They always give up. Don't forget, it's not that long ago that my phone gave up the ghost. I had to get a new phone, then that didn't work, and then I had to get a new phone. It's like maybe I give off like an energy. I don't know what it is, but sometimes I'd just like to go back to the old days where we didn't have all this technology. But of course, I won't be able to be on the internet chatting to you guys, would I? So, I would miss that. I would definitely. I like chatting to people on the internet. I enjoy doing the YouTube channel. And what I don't enjoy is all the what's the word? I don't enjoy the admin of it all. I enjoy doing the videos, but I don't enjoy all the setting up and there's so much goes on that takes hours, like behind the scenes, before you even get on to doing a video. I don't like all that. I like chatting. That's why it's Vicky Marie Chats. I like chatting. I don't like all the technical side of it. I've got into it a bit more, got more creative with videos and things, but that'll never be my forte. I like to chat, as you can see. She says, waffling on again. Okay, I'm going. So we'll be cutting this video down. I'll release it as a short video without the waffle, of course, on my channel. And thank you for watching. What do you think? Don't forget to let me know what you think in comments. Do you think this is like a money problem type thing? Is it something to do with work for this guy? Or is it like a love triangle maybe? There's endless reasons why this must have happened. What a dramatic thing to do, even for money, even for love. It's, to actually go to somebody's house and kill not only them, but also their wife while their children are in the house. Just, you wonder, where is people's headspace out when they're thinking of that around about the Christmas time? Of course, it was coming up to their wedding anniversary. So maybe there was some third person in relationship that was jealous of one or the other. You just imagine someone sort of saying, "Oh, what will I do today? Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll go and murder this couple." You know, it's you can't wrap your head around it, can you? You know, it's a very strange one. Yeah, it could have been a robbery. Could have been a robbery, of course. Yeah, just somebody. Don't think it's unusual for a robbery in the early hours of the morning, but could have been. Could easily have been a robbery gone wrong. You know. Anyway, I'm sure we'll find out in the days to come when the police get their head around it. So, okay. So take care. I'll see you really soon in the next video. And until then, as always, may your God go with you, and I hope you don't get the blue screen of death on your computer. Thank you so much. Oh, may your God go with you. Yeah. Bye-bye. Now, I've got this new video as well. Let's put that on. Bye.